Oh, okay. So, look, everybody, welcome back to SJJMAS. It's episode number 7. This isn't the episode that we were planning to do. King's Fool was supposed to be here. Actually, he's just messaged me saying that he thought it was 5 p.m. Eastern. So, look, there's been a mix-up in the time. But I promised Jon Vance that if he rejoined the Cube, then I would unban him from my channel. So he's back. John, long time no see. What have you been up to?
A lot of things. I'm just trying to decide what I want to make public or not. I have a lot of things in the works. I don't want to say, but so you know what?
Well, let's start with clearing the air about your Cube.
Yeah, absolutely.
With Lewis.
We had a bit of a public dispute about transgenders and dating transgenders. So I would like to
hold on. Somebody says we're echoing.
Oh shoot! Is it my microphone?
Hold on. Let me just listen back to the stream.
Okay. Is it me?
No, we're not echoing. Sorry. That. What a start. What ladies and gentlemen, you don't get this on Millennial. This is raw and ready. Okay, this is raw and ready, just like the old days. This is like tuning in to Millennial 2015, to be fair, when it was raw. And so, look. Anyway, John,
I love that year.
Let's clear the air. You did a stream with Lewis, and it was a bit fucking freaky. But was just it was just a joke, wasn't it? It was just like a joke, Zoomer humor that nobody gets, right?
So you want me to say it was a joke, but it was also like serious in a way. It was in a way making a point. That's a good thing. That's the art of trolling. Well, I don't know.
Right. So there's an intellectual. Or
I'm not trolling.
There's an intellectual point to be made, is there? Let me have it then. Go on, hit me with it.
Okay, so we can go back. I don't know, months ago, year. I don't remember. But last time I was on your stream, I was basically talking about the idea of dating a trans person, and my argument was that trans women are more women than modern women of today. And so, yes, I was kind of trolling, but yes, I was actually making a point as well. So, I'm sorry.
So, I mean, fucking hell, this is the Andrew Tate take, isn't it? That if you... What did he say? Oh my god!
Oh no, he made a what is it? He made like a reference of like if you would you rather have can I say sex with like an ugly woman or a hot transgender woman or women, I don't know, whatever you're into.
Yeah, Andrew Tate's point. And I fucking disagree with it 100%. I can't go there. Okay, I just can't go there beside all the jokes. But his point is, if you have a 10 out of 10, no, how does he put it? Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, like a 10 out of 10 transgender.
Hulk Hogan with a vagina.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
Or 10 out of 10 with a dick.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox with a dick.
Yeah, it was Megan Fox. I remember now. I said that. I remember I said that to my peers too. I told him I would still take Megan Fox because it's Megan Fox, and you could say, "Oh, I had sex with Megan Fox," as like a bragging right. You know what I mean? I don't know. Even though she's transgender. But
wait, Megan Fox.
But it's Megan Fox, though, right?
Megan Fox with a big schlong.
You had sex with the hypothetical Megan Fox. Who wouldn't want to say that? But maybe that's just my generation. I don't know.
Megan Fox with a big fat schlong though, John, with a big 9-inch dong.
Yeah, but it's Megan Fox. She's really sexy, and it's also kind of like this like dominatrix kind of thing too. Like, you know. Sorry. All right. Okay. Do you want to go on a different topic because that I don't know if that's appropriate. This is a Christmas show. Let's
we're gonna
bring it in here.
Well, I don't think we're ever gonna come to. I think you've already lost the audience on that one, so let's try something else. What what have you been up to since we last saw you, John?
Wow.
What's new in your life?
A lot of things, really.
Like what? Have you got a wife?
I'm gonna try to keep it cheery and like,
You've got
but
a Muslim
also
wife,
kind of
haven't you?
realistic, kind of like a weird.
Well, let me ask you some
tragedy.
straight up questions. Let me get
Sure.
some yes and some straight up questions from you. Are you still a
Okay.
Muslim?
Like, oh, okay, that's a good question. I can go into that. So, like, I guess
Well,
on
sure.
paper, yes, but like spiritually, no.
Well, it's on paper because you don't go back to the mosque and tell them that you're an
Yeah, well,
apostate now,
I don't
right?
know if I have to send an imam a letter or something that I'm agnostic now, but I don't really find spiritual fulfillment in like
Right.
Christianity or like
Do you
Islam.
believe in God still?
I do. I really do. Like, I really despise atheism. I think atheism is like the scourge of the earth. It needs to be eradicated once and for all. And I can do it from an
So, where?
agnostic point of view.
So, how did you come to find God then? You just like spoke to
I
in a
just
room or
read a
something?
whole bunch of books. Like I read the Bible, I read the Quran, a little bit of the Torah, but I don't know, just like spiritual books. I think I read.
Right.
Oh, I read some pagan books too. Got some
Which pagan
pagan.
books?
What was
Which?
it? It was who was that? That old guy. Not George. Shoot. I can't remember his name. Old guy with the beard, white beard. I don't know, kind of Santa looking. Ah, man, when I get old, I just forget things.
Father? Are we talking about Father Christmas?
Sure, why not? He's a pagan. Christmas is very pagan
Sure.
in its
Sure.
worship. It's not Semitic,
So where are
but
you
I can
right now then,
appreciate
John?
the pagan aspect.
Where are you then right now? You're post-Muslim. You're post-Christian. You're definitely post-Christianity. You're post-Muslim,
I'm a based
post-Islam.
agnostic. I don't
You're
know.
based agnostic,
Yeah.
meaning that you're one of these like California Valley girls who are like, I'm spiritual, basically, but I get my
I am
religion from
very
nowhere.
spiritual, and I'm
California
working on
Valley
it.
girl, aren't you?
I'm
You just
cool with that. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want.
you're like making it up as you go along, right?
Yeah. So it's like here. All right. There's been a lot of religious wars in the past,
Mm,
fought over the idea of what God
mm,
is, fought crusades. Even Christianity fought the idea of what Christianity should be. And I've come to the point that there's really no benefit in calling yourself a Christian, a Muslim. Maybe a bit. I'll admit there is maybe a benefit to calling you a Jew, calling yourself a Jew. Maybe I'll become a Jew. I don't know, but in faith. But I don't know. I don't know if I can go with Zionism. Maybe an Orthodox Jew, but I'd have to say like all religions basically boil down to what is your interpretation of your scriptural text. And when you say that you're a Christian or you say that you're a Muslim, there's always this there's one reaction. It's like, well, you're not a true Muslim, and this is why X, Y, Z, or you're not a
mm,
true Christian, X, Y, Z, or oh, that sounds bigoted, or it sounds
mm.
like xenophobic, or
Well, let me ask you
you know,
about your experience in the mosque. How did they treat you as a white guy?
they treat me like a king, like I was.
Wait,
They
for
gave me
real?
yeah. So I said my shahada, and then they all shook my hand, and then one guy gave me some beads, from
Huh.
Egypt that had some Arabic on it, and they're all. I think they do this with everyone, but It was
Did
like
it
the
say
whole mosque was
sucker
like
on it?
full. Like it was like whole. It was all full, right? And it's like, hey, here's this white savior. I just feel like I honestly like I can't get away from my race, right? Like no matter who I talk to, doesn't matter what religion. It's like I always have this like in the back of my mind, like I'm some like white savior to like the Asians, or I'm a white savior to the Muslim or the Arabs, or I'm a white savior
Oh,
for
come off
whatever,
it. They
right?
didn't. It's not a. They thought you were
Maybe
a
it's in my
monk,
head. I don't know.
a mark, not a savior, John. It's a sucker, probably.
I'm a savior. I'm a savior of
Sucker.
Islam. That's what they believe. Because I'm a white, Western, English-speaking man. Because I said the
No, come off
Shahada
it.
and made my conversion to
Yeah, they're
Allah
happy for the
Akbar.
conquest.
Allah
They're
Akbar, praise Jesus.
Yeah, they're happy to colonize you. So, how many times did you go to the mosque?
Like a day, or what do you mean?
You know, you go there, you say your shahada, they all go, ha ha, we got another one. And then what happened? Did you go back?
Oh, I went back, yeah.
How many times, roughly?
I was like, oh yeah, that was near COVID too. Yeah, COVID changed my life. It was like,
Yeah, me too.
it's like I was so I said I think I said my Shahada like January 2020. That was just before COVID. I remember my first Ramadan was like the start of COVID, and so I pretty much went, and then I kind of like, and then I was kind
I'm
of
trying
like
to figure out I'm trying to figure out how you stopped going back. So, like, did you go?
Oh, like the date or like my last date there or what?
No, like, did you go like twice to this mosque in total? 5 times? A dozen times? What? How many times did you show up before you stopped turning up ever again?
Oh, how many times I showed up?
How many times in total do you think you went to the mosque? A dozen? 2 dozen?
I don't know.
5?
Maybe like 2 dozen.
Maybe like 2 dozen. Okay.
Yeah, because they got me like reciting like the verses, and I can recite like the first 8 verses in Arabic.
And would that be like once a week? Was mosque once a week?
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly.
I mean, well, you know what? I could do like a couple times a week, but I don't know exactly when my last day was. It would be just before, because I didn't really. Oh, actually, I did go during COVID, so I was like the beginning stages. It was like maybe like the year 2021. Yeah, it would have been 2021. I don't know what month. Maybe April. Yeah, April of 2021. So I was like a Muslim for like a year, and then I stopped going. But I did like keep in contact with the Egyptians or whatever, and I went to their apartment, and then like I talked to them, and like, you know, like what was your story behind, you know, your conversion? I was like, well, you know, there's these like Islamophobic racists on the internet, and they got me curious about Islam, and so I started reading it, and I started actually agreeing with their conception of God. In some way, I still do, but I don't know if I could like actively say like being a Muslim. I'm just like Muslim by spirit, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
like
not
I agree
anymore.
with it. It's a good
anymore,
agnostic
right?
religion, right? Like a lot of smart people,
Not.
They go on and they convert to Islam. Like
Just a minute. It's anything but agnosticism. It's full submission. It literally means submission, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's what Christianity is. Christianity is you're submitting to Jesus as a god.
No, Islam is full submission.
Do you think Islam is against Jesus?
No, I understand. I get it. They consider that Jesus was a prophet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I'm not the one to have it with because I'm not even, you know,
like
a believing Christian. You know.
Yeah,
I'd like to be. I'm just like one of these.
You're agnostic too? You're a California girl, SJJ. You can't decide if you're Christian or not. See, I can turn that on you.
I can decide. I can decide in that I'm culturally Christian, but I can't believe it.
What is culturally Christian? You might as well call yourself a Valley Girl, California agnostic.
That's a good question.
Christian.
That's a good question. Now, what is culturally Christian is brought up around Christianity, believing like the values of Christianity. You know, the having your values based upon like the Ten Commandments and the basic
Oh yeah,
tenets of the Bible.
yeah.
You know,
I
most
tell
of us in
people
the
that all the
West
time.
are brought up in that. You know, we're culturally Christian in that sense.
But you don't go to like mass or anything or whatever you got, Protestant church or whomever.
Well,
You
no,
know,
no, because I don't believe. You know, I'm like one of these I fucking love science guys who's like, oh my god, you know, just show me the
you're a
evidence,
Musk.
dude.
You're a Musk maximalist. You love
Yes,
Elon Musk.
basically.
He has some horrible ideas.
Like what?
Like he still thinks that solar panels is a good idea.
Well, they are good. They are. It is a good idea in America and like Australia.
It's just like you don't have like sun like for most of the day in the wintertime, and so you have to store it up. But like I've actually tried selling solar panels once.
What in
And
Canada?
like everyone said, everyone said, yeah, John, I got this quote, but it's like too expensive, upfront cost, and you know, like the government didn't really sell like the electricity they promised back, and you know, it's just a whole mess. Like I know, actually, I do actually follow a guy on TikTok that actually does have solar panels, but he's off the grid. He's not on the grid, or maybe it can work off the grid. It's not a bad idea.
So
Or if you
look,
like live in a country that's like that has like power outages, that's a good idea too.
it's
But
no good
like,
in Canada. It's not very good in northern latitudes like where we are in the UK. I mean, like at the
yeah,
moment, the sun doesn't really come that
yeah,
much
it rains there
high
all
on
the
the
time.
horizon. It rains. We have lots of cloud cover, and no
Yeah,
matter what they tell you, these solar panels don't really. They're just trickle charging if there's no direct sunlight on them, which is basically
yeah,
nothing.
rains.
But you have to imagine
Or you got to remove the snow in Canada. I don't know if it
out in
snows in
America,
U.S.
yeah, out in America,
Mm.
in the west of America, it's great for them. It's great for them. And Elon Musk's theory is that the sun is the provider of all energy on Earth to start with. And so, you know, collecting this solar energy at some point in the future, you know, is going to be the way forward. So,
I disagree with that.
well, you might be wrong. What
The
are you, a
sun
nuclear
isn't the all of
maximalist?
source of energy.
Of course it is. What else? What it is? It is
There's
a matter of
underground
fact.
energy as well too.
Yeah, but that really like came. Oh, I suppose you're right. I suppose you're
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not energy, but they call it the be all end all of energy. It's not. Like you can get
But
underground
even that
energy.
is the product of like gravitational
Like if
forces and
you
that
have,
induced by the
I
sun.
think what you have is you have insulation, and like if you go in the desert, right? Like it's like it can be sunny all the time, but like the heat evaporates at night because there's no humidity, there's no clouds.
Mm-hmm.
So yes and no, it depends.
Well, look, neither of us are solar panel experts, so let's move on from that
I
topic.
sold
Though.
solar panels, motherfucker. Too
Oh right,
expensive.
well,
Too
maybe
too expensive.
you might as well try selling snow to Canadians as sell them solar panels.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
So what is the wait? I just want to go back to the fucking Muslim thing a minute. How many
Good.
other white guys were in this mosque, John? Were you the only one?
I think there might have been a guy from Albania.
That doesn't count.
What is white, my friend?
Well, it's not Albanian.
What about a Turk?
Definitely not that.
Have you seen? There's like
No, that
there's
doesn't
like
count either.
videos of like the Turkish aristocracy. Like they look like you and I. Well, not literally, but you know they look like white people.
So
Are they white?
So basically, you were the only white guy, is what you're telling me. If we're having
I
to like
guess
split
if you
hairs as to whether
say
Turk's
only
white
white
or not.
English speaking from Canada, yes. They're like, okay, you know what one guy said? You know what one guy said? He's just like, I'm shocked because like usually like white people usually convert in like big cities because they're around Muslims all the time. but they're shocked that I did it because I'm not around Muslims. I'm just around Islamophobic people. So like I had like a negative motivation to convert.
Right.
Maybe that's why I didn't stay. I don't know. Maybe it's just curious. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? Is because I grew up as a Canadian and I don't really have a real identity.
Yeah, let me tell you what I think it is. I think it's because you grew up and effectively you're a product of modernity, John. You're kind of an incel and you're an outsider and you're looking for some kind of meaning in life and you're probably excluded from, like, I don't know, successful white society.
You say that as a bad thing.
No, I'm just trying to...
You know what it is? I'm like the Hunter Biden of the white race. Kind of. Maybe like
give you an honest
metaphysically. Assessment. I've done some fucked up shit, but maybe not as fucked up as Hunter Biden. I might have done some... Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I lived not a perfect life, my friend.
Yeah, basically, John.
But through saying the Shahada, all my sins are cleansed. Allah Akbar. Praise Jesus.
So basically, you're deracinated.
Just kidding.
You're deracinated, and you're looking for some kind of meaning, and you turned. As I would see it, is you fell for the scam. You fell for the Islam scam, which is like what Claire Core wants to push on people. You basically fell for Claire Core's bullshit that Islam is the traditional values that the West is lacking, and we can get it by joining Islam. And you went there looking for meaning, looking for something more substantial that you're not getting in deracinated Western society that you feel is hollowed out in modernity. This is how we all feel. It's like the chud in the middle of, Western society, the Wojak feeling. And he's like, I just want to feel something real and meaningful. And you hear somebody like Claire Core banging on about Islam, and you went and did the Shahada.
I just gotta appreciate this conversation we're having, even though I don't know if you're sincere or not. I appreciate.
No, I'm trying to be honest. Yeah, trying to give you an honest assessment here.
I know it's hard to tell on the internet. Sometimes people have agendas, and I want to look like someone like this way or that way. But I feel like you're honest. I don't really have too many of these conversations. I feel like most conversations I have is like, I'm just like, and I'm naturally,
I'm naturally honestly interested in like the dynamic at a mosque when a white guy goes.
I told one person, I told one lady, she's like, oh, I used to be Muslim, well, kind of Muslim, like, and then she's like, yeah, you can have like multiple wives. I'm like, yeah, you can have up to 4 wives as long as you support them. That's like a traditional ideal, right? That's like a traditional idea that some man can actually strive for. If you have like women that are worthwhile marrying in the West. God forbid, eh? All those white chicks.
I just can't imagine it. So I know Khaled is talking about getting a second wife. I just can't imagine that. I mean, one woman is enough.
You know why you say one woman? You know what? One woman is too much for you if you say that.
Well, I mean,
because I think you know what it is.
The thing with women is it's
because we live in this culture of happy life, happy wife.
No,
right?
Have you had a girlfriend?
You should
yet?
Happy man, happy wives. No. Trademark: happy man, happy wives. Use it. Free reign, internet.
Women get jealous, and if they're not jealous of somebody else, they're jealous of how much time you're not giving them.
Oh, they get jealous anyway. Might as well get another wife.
Like Sponge says here, 4 wives sounds like hell on earth.
That's because you're around shitty women.
Oh, come on. Look, I think we should focus on
because
getting ourselves...
Because we live in a deracinated culture that has no religion.
I think we should focus on getting ourselves
so you said Claire
wife.
Caw, right? You said Claire Caw had... I was listening to Claire. So yeah, there's like an interesting backstory. So yeah, Claire Caw did radicalize me, and like to go... Well, no, she radicalized me, and then I had a friend, he said, I don't even talk to him anymore. he's kind of crazy, but
Not ego
he's
dick.
like
Is it?
you should go to the mosque, and then so I went to the mosque and I like sat there for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't know it because it was locked, right? And then I saw this like bearded guy come up here, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what are you here for?" "Oh, I'm here to check out. I just want to hear for worship." Like, "Oh, come in, come in." And so I came in. I came in like an idiot though. Like I came in with my shoes on. And he's like, "No, take your shoes off." So I took my shoes off, and we had a conversation, and like I kept going back and back and back and back, and then yeah, and then like he even had a prayer mat too. He even gave me the prayer mat, everything, and yeah, and I think, and then
What about
yeah,
what,
and then
what
like
about? Wait,
you know what
wait,
people
wait.
said,
Go on.
they're saying like
Yeah.
I joined like some terrorist mosque, like I'm gonna have like I'm gonna join Hamas or something because it was like a Sunni mosque, and oh no, John's gonna carry out terror attacks now. They're gonna radicalize him, and he's gonna fight against, I don't know, Israel or something. I don't know. Which is ironic because this is coming from anti-Semitic people. You know who you are. I don't even know if they watch your show anymore, but I know they watch Claire. I don't know if they watch Claire. I don't know. But I'm an old cat. Well, I don't know. Been around the block.
So you were radicalized by Click, or you ended up in
Absolutely.
the mosque. You said the guy saw you come in. They're like, "Yes, we've got a mark here." Did they charge you money? Did you have to pay them any money?
Why would they charge me money?
I don't know. I just don't know how it works.
Are they Jewish?
No, in all seriousness, do they like get money out of you, or is everything that they
Where
do
do you
for
get
free?
this from?
No, I'm just genuinely interested. I'm not trying to get you in a gotcha.
Why would you ask that? Like, are you insinuating I'm fed?
No, I'm insinuating that Muslims are out for themselves and are
They charged
scammers,
me money,
basically.
or did they like pay me, or did I pay them?
I'm asking if they got money out of you, like
Oh, if
they're
they got
giving
money out
you,
of me.
they're teaching you the Quran or whatever.
Okay.
Are they charging you for these services? Did you have to pay them?
Who would ask? I never heard that question before. I don't even know. That's just such a weird question.
Well, you're not Muslim anymore. Just tell me the fucking truth. Did they charge? Did they charge you? What does it matter? Did they charge you money or not? It's not a big gotcha, John. It doesn't matter.
But I'm just
Doesn't
like, why
matter.
would you ask? Like, it's just like you're insinuating something, right? Like like I'm like money laundering or something like that, or like
No, I'm
like
asking
I don't know, like why would you ask that? That
if they're
just seems like a
recruiting
really
to like
off
get money
kilter question. Like, did they charge me money for what?
for like the services of teaching you the Quran. I'm wondering
It's
if
not a
this is a
store.
business model.
It's a place of worship.
Is it a business model for them? Are they like getting white guys in to get to charge the money to get them on, on the books, get money out of them?
Where did you
Anyway,
hear this from? That they charge money for?
I didn't. I just came up with the question in my mind right now. I'm interested in what goes on
that question
when a
came
white
from
guy
somewhere.
turns up at a mosque. Yes, because I distrust Islam. I'm
You just trust Islam that much? Do you think they act like Jews?
Well, you're saying that. I'm open with my distrust of Islam in Western countries, and I wanted to know what are they up to, what's going on when white guys walking off.
Oh yeah, they're paying me to do just really radical.
All right, we'll move on. We'll move on from that question. John doesn't want to answer if they like.
I don't even know what I've never heard that question.
Did they
before.
scam you for like a few £1,000s or anything? But whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's move on. So.
Oh, well, I don't know. They wouldn't. No, like they wouldn't do that. They'd probably like say, oh, like if you have like an investment or whatever, I don't know, or help my family out or something like that. You know what I mean? That's how they usually work.
Right. What about getting?
So no. The answer is no.
Okay.
But if it's anything nefarious, like in terms of the faith, that's just a really off the wall question. I think you maybe should have reworded your question.
Right, well, we'll just move on from that question.
All
Next, I want to know what about finding a wife? Because what Claire Course always told me is that if you go to the mosque, they will immediately set you up with a wife, And yes, it's going to be a brown wife, but it's going to be a wife. So did they try to set you up, John?
Oh fuck, man! They weren't. Oh my god! Brain explode moment. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I'll answer the question first, but I'll say this wasn't the first time I've been asked. I've been told that somebody can find me a wife. So yes, they said they said something to the term of yes, we can find you a sister or wife or whomever who
Sister?
not a sister, like a sister of faith.
Right. Okay. But did they? Did they actually try to set you up with a girl, with a woman, or not?
It didn't materialize. I actually had a Christian actually say the same thing too. He's actually leader of the Nationalist Party that I used to be a part of. First thing he said to me is just like John, like do you have like if you do everything I tell you to do, I could set you up with a virgin wife. I just thought that is so crazy and outlandish, but like he was kind of schizophrenic at the time when I picked him up from jail, but that's neither here or there.
Right. So you didn't get a Muslim wife. What about the girls?
I couldn't get a Christian wife, couldn't find a virgin Christian wife, unless you know any.
No.
I don't care. I don't care if they're Muslim. I don't care if they're Christian.
Okay,
they're a virgin. That's all I care about.
Okay, now this is like tard wrangling, John. Help me out a bit. Come on. Were there women at the mosque?
Yes.
There were. Did any of them give you any attention because you were a white man, or were they not allowed to talk to you?
They were kept to themselves. There's like one area where men worshipped and the other area where females worshipped.
Right. Controlled Opposition wants to know about the white nationalist to Islam to tranny pipeline. Is this...
Holy shit, what a ride, eh?
Because you were a bit of a wignat, but you were a bit of a wignat before you went
I was.
Muslim. Before you went backdoor, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. That's the answer, right?
It's possible.
It's possible.
But I don't know. I kind of go off on unknown territory, so and people can say that I'm retarded or.
How long?
I just view myself. I view my life as the prodigal son.
Right.
Are you familiar with the story of the prodigal son?
No.
So the prodigal son, he went out, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing the story.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, there was one son he had, and the other son. He had two sons, right? And he had one son, say, "I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to make some money or whatever." And then his dad warned him, "Oh no, you shouldn't be out here. You might get scammed. You might, don't delve into prostitutes or trannies or whatever, or not even that. Just, you'll lose your money and you'll be bankrupt and you'll have nothing left if you do all these things that you want to do, kind of thing." But he didn't listen, right? And so he went off anyway. And then there's the one son that went home, that stayed home and did the work and did everything that he was told to do for the rest of his life. And then the prodigal son, one day, he came back and he was ashamed because everything that his father warned him against happened to him. And so through active faith, through active courage, he didn't know how his father would accept him. And his father accepted him with a great banquet and a great feast. And the other son was pissed off because he didn't do anything that the other son did. But the other son gained knowledge and wisdom through his experience.
Right. And that's
I feel like most people are afraid to go out of the box. I think you should stay in a box if it fits you.
Right.
But if it doesn't, just
That's really wonderful, John. That was
venture
really
out.
deep. That was really deep and
It's
meaningful.
a story of the Bible. It's Christmas.
Yeah, that really.
Prodigal
I think
son. Beautiful.
everybody really
Love
got
it.
enlightened by that story. That was wonderful.
Absolutely.
How long since you've been to this mosque?
It's been like 3 years.
Oh, 3 years already. Wow. Oh my God. Now, did they try to chase you up afterwards? Were they calling you up on the phone and saying, Brother John, you're not come to our, you know, bloody mosque in bloody a year, John. Come back to the mosque at once, Brother John.
No, I only got like LARPing Muslims saying that I should be killed or something. For
Oh,
apostasy.
really? Yeah. Was that on the internet or was that in real life?
Internet.
Oh, okay. Well, I can understand that.
That could be anybody, right?
Yeah. That's just Muslims.
Anons.
That's just Muslims on Twitter in general, really, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think Conop says, I think Vance ended up with a transsexual, but now he's talking about virgins again. He seems so unstable.
That's
So
true.
what do you think about that? That's true as up. Yeah. Would you call yourself an incel, John? Do you adopt the incel label? You know, it's not as derogatory as it used to be.
Sure.
You'd accept you're an incel.
What if I have sex though? Then I wouldn't be a part of the incel community. How does that work exactly?
Well, do you pay for it?
Is it like 6 months or is it like a year? You don't have sex, or is it like an archetype?
Well, no, it means involuntary celibate, meaning you can't.
Yeah, but what if you have sex though?
Are you
so
paying
like
for
then
it?
you're not part of the community anymore. Like say if you got like a girl, you got all hot on TikTok, like hey, come to my place or whatever, and you have sex with her. Well, that doesn't make you an incel anymore.
No,
so it's like
no,
so it has to be like 6 months. Is it like a year?
Duh. That's the definition of incel.
But I don't know what incel is. I don't know if it's like an archetype or if it's like you don't have a sex for a certain period of time. There's no set standard. So like if I don't have sex for a year, does that make me an incel? Like, can I be back in the community or something like that?
Well, so as I would see it is when it starts to bother you, I say when it's impacting your life, you are an incel. You know, like when you sit and brood about it and you worry about it and like, oh, I can't have sex. You know, I can't.
Oh, okay. So if I have critique about like women's bad behavior, that makes me an incel now?
No, it means if you can't go out and attract women, you feel like women ignore you. You know, I would like to have relationships. Wow.
Fucking bitches.
I mean, that sounds like bravado.
So what if I ignore women though? Turn the tables on that. What if I ignore women? Because I get messages all the time on TikTok. I was like talking to this one girl, and she's like didn't want to fucking talk to me. I said, "Fuck you," and then I made a TikTok. Now she's all hot and bothered for me. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like, what? I gotta do a couple dances on TikTok now and make the ladies wet, or what? John, ladies like some skin, or what? I don't know what the ladies want.
John,
they don't know what they want.
Look, I hate to.
They just want to see somebody who perceives to be famous, like Tupac said. Like he used to be nothing. Like he used to be like some drown out. Like sorry, I won't say it, but the N-word. Like he's been some skinny N-word, and then he got famous. Now everyone is throwing themselves at him. Like how does that happen? Right? It's just they don't even like him as a person. They just like his fame. So when I go on TikTok, I make a dance. Right? Then I make these ladies like hot and heavy, but they don't actually like me. They just like that I'm like famous or I have like perceived charisma. Women don't know what they want. Nor should we even try to really like appease them. I really don't think we should try to appease them. I don't like what this white nationalist movement is like all about, like simping for white women because they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Hold on.
Freaking crazy, and they'll divorce you and rape you and take half of your shit and make you feel destitute. Then make you an unstable guy who's on SJJMAS Christmas, drinking a freaking ginger ale. talk about his life
Right.
problems.
John, this has to be a two-way conversation. You have to like allow me to butt
I'm
in
sorry.
at times. Right. So I hate to break this to you, but those messages that you're getting on TikTok are actually from someone who looks like this. Basically, this is who's behind the messages from women on TikTok and
I love
on
it.
X.
I love
So,
it.
okay.
Yeah. I was trying to make a point.
Right.
If they're real or not, it doesn't matter. I was just making
Right. Well, they're not. My inbox is full of women wanting, supposed women with big tits, wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe you should meet up with them sometime. I don't know. Are you an incel?
These people just all these people want is you to send them some cryptocurrency. Basically, this is all that they're after, John.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Or else,
So John, we've
like-
figured out you're not a Muslim anymore. You're now an agnostic. It's been 3 years since you've been to the mosque. What else is going on in your life then? What about work, John? Have you got, are you employed?
You trying to dox me?
No, I'm just asking if you've got a job.
I'm sure there's like some guys like, oh, where does he work at? It's crazy. Well, I work with other fucking crazy people too. We're fucking methed out and fucking on drugs, so whatever.
Right.
I work.
So
I work
you
with
work.
crazy people too. We see crazy shit, we like bond, but we argue.
And what's work? What type of work do you do? You don't have to tell me where or anything. What type of work?
I'm in customer relations.
Oh, holy fuck! I bet that's depressing.
I'm
isn't
very
it?
persuasive, if you can believe it or not. I feel like when I come on here, I feel like I have like a character I play. Like I feel like it's a character that's in me.
Is that the truth?
But it's like
is it really a character, John?
It is a character.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes people think that they can play a character, but
I am playing a character. It's like the Joker.
yeah, really?
Yeah.
Are you playing a character called Jon Vance? Though,
Irony becomes reality. Like Donald
Right.
Trump saying he wants to annex Canada. He's just joking, but is he?
Yes. So how old are you now, John?
Yes.
How old are you now? 35?
Sure. 69.
Sure. You're 35.
I'm 69.
You're not 69. Let's guess that you're
I'm 69 in heart.
38.
69 in the soul.
38. You're 38.
Sure.
38. Right. What's next? What's next for Jon Vance?
I can't tell if you're like genuine or not when you ask these questions sometimes. Because I feel like when people on social media, they have like this like, it's like this interaction. It's like it can be genuine, but it just feels
Controlled
like a farce.
opposition. Conops is really like wanting me to pin you down on the.
Oh,
on the
you gotta give the
transsexual
people what they
question.
want.
I'm not tiptoeing
Are
around
you not
it.
entertained?
I mean, what else is there to say about it, John? John,
Are
would
you
fuck
not
a tranny.
entertained?
John is that desperate he would fuck a tranny. I mean, it's. I mean, does everybody really want to hear the in-depth details about it?
I'm still talking to her, by the way.
Right.
Or he, him, or whatever. Or her, him, G, Z, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Trannies exist. Do not forget it. They're always going to... Like, I don't care about you Christians talking about, like, transgenderism is, like, some sort of spawn of Satan. They've always existed throughout time. They are as much as a creation of God as you are.
Right. Don't you think
Yes.
that they... Right. So you believe in actual transsexualism, do you?
Yes.
Right. You don't think that these are just mentally ill people?
It just depends on what you define as mentally ill.
Well, as in not stable people who've radically changed their bodies, mutated themselves due to like some basically perversion.
Why do they exist all over the world?
Due to enabling through media, culture, and it being promoted by nefarious
That's not
means.
always been true.
Well, it's recently.
They've
true.
existed before all this shit.
Well,
and I'm not even that old.
No. There's just to
You're
be
in
serious.
denial.
There's always been.
Oh, you Gen Z people, you can't even conceive what the world was like past before the internet, my friend. Before the internet, there was no transsexuals. They only existed in Thailand. And what do you think they have in Thailand? They have fucking no TV. They have no nothing. But they have very pretty man ladies there that will fool you into having sex with them. And you might have sex with them anyway because you're horny.
Right.
But, you know. It's weird. It's a weird trick that, like, because it's like God's creation, right? So I just want to like pose this to the Christians. So like what is your like moral conundrum with being attracted to somebody who is biologically male but presents as a female? Because we're sexually andromorphic creatures. So a man is attracted by breasts, hips, small stomach, or big butt. I don't know, whatever you're into. But basically, right? Other species aren't like that. They look the same to each other, right? I don't even know how they identify. I don't even know how they know they're being gay. But like, we're different. We're different as human beings. So I pose to you, Christians, what is the state of mind of somebody who is very presenting female, but is biologically male? And if you're attracted to that, are you gay?
Well, that's a powerful statement right there. So, I mean, what it comes down to, John, is that basically there's something homosexual about just lusting.
I don't quip that. Like, I don't deny that.
Right.
But like when you're watching, if you're watching like people having sex on the screen. Sorry, I'm trying to be careful with my words. I hope you appreciate that.
No, just spit it out. I'd rather you
what
just.
do you guys
I'd
like
rather
look
just
at?
tell
They
me
look
what's on
like,
your mind. Come on.
yeah. What do they want? They want a big, juicy. Like, we're not totally straight. We're not totally gay. There's like a spectrum.
Well, I mean, I would disagree with that. I do think that there are people who are very straight and very gay. I mean, there's Vincent Bruno on the gay side.
Okay. I'll give you like a rational point of view. Like, if you want to decide if you want to live like a woman, but you're biologically male, you should go through all the operation and all of the hormones.
Why?
Well, if you're an adult and you're of sound mind, age of majority,
no,
you can make your
not.
own decisions in
no.
life. It's not
No,
for you
you
to
should not.
decide. It's not for your parents to decide. It's for you to decide. You're past the age of majority, and you have a sound mind. And if you really feel like you're a man living in a woman's body or a woman living in a man's body, you should be able to do that. As long as you change your paperwork into like either a male or female.
Oh
None of
my
this
God,
fucking
John.
shit. But like, 2 genders, 2 sexes. You're either male or female.
Yes, you're either male or female. Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying about.
I know.
I've actually tried to say there is something.
I've done more for the LGBT than they've done themselves.
Wait, shut up a minute, John. Shut up. Let me get something out. Let me say something now.
Isn't it ironic?
John, you're rambling. Right, I've tried to say in the past there is some nuance to this thing about how we've allowed ourselves to be cooked by language, basically. We've allowed language to do a number on us. And that's because we've allowed gender to come into it rather than dealing with sex. So we don't talk about whether somebody is male or female anymore. We talk about whether people are men and women. And there are gender roles. And so through language, what we've allowed, what a woman is to be defined as, are the things that a female does, as in woman presenting. And so then you can apply this, well, what if a man is doing the things that a woman does and is presenting in the way that a female would present? Then does that make him a woman? Does that make him...
Does it make you homosexual if you're attracted to a masculine woman?
Yes. I think it does.
Like
John,
it biologically, like a feminist, like a boss babe. Like if you're attracted to that, does that make you homosexual?
Wait, if you're attracted to a masculine woman...
Yeah.
No.
Like a strong, independent woman.
No, that does not make you a homosexual.
Really?
Yes.
Sure. She makes more money than you're attracted to.
Look, what's not in doubt is that there are people like yourself...
Is that really patriarchal?
Evidently, there are people like yourself who are on the spectrum of sexuality, which doesn't fall one way or the other.
You're attracted to a boss babe. See how I turn that on you now?
Well, I'm not, so nothing's turned around on me.
But aren't they? So you're saying they're on a spectrum. They're on a spectrum of like if you're attracted to a boss babe, that makes you a little gay. But if you're attracted to a transgender, that makes you more gay.
No, I don't think it does. I think the whole transgenderism has it's what is it? It is it's this fakeness that's come in. It's perverted the idea of male and female. And so it's tricking men. It's trickery is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, but if a woman's acting like a man and they're still a woman and they still dress like a woman, well, I guess maybe they dress like Hillary Clinton. Does that make you gay?
What if you're attracted to a boss?
If I'm attracted to Hillary Clinton, does that make me gay or straight?
This makes you weird.
That wasn't the answers I gave you. It was a multiple choice question.
Well, look, I feel like we've done this to death.
Is anyone in here attracted to Hillary Clinton with her pantsuit and dressing up like male dictators?
No, nobody is.
She's on Ping or whatever. Oh.
Well, anyway, John, we're running out of time. What is the point that you wanted to tell my audience before?
I just want to say I apologize for my if I love this cordial interaction we had. I think the last interaction we had was very heated.
Okay.
And, very. I expressed a lot of anger, and I was going through a lot of stuff at the time. And so I'm just on this tour right now of apologizing to people who I've been angry to. So I guess that includes you. So I apologize to being angry and crass, and that wasn't really who I am. I was going through a lot of personal stuff at the time, so I apologize for that.
Well, that's very noble and conscientious of you, so I appreciate that, John. I didn't take it to heart, so you're okay. It didn't matter to me.
I know you banned me, so I know. It was a big deal. So. Yeah.
I just wanted to get you back into the cube for Lewis Wayne's entertainment, basically, John. That's the top and bottom of it.
You just wanted me to get back into the cube.
Because at the very least, look, people won't understand it, but you're a character, okay? You're a character. You're a bit out there. You're different. Mm-hmm. And so, Lewis Wayne collects characters like you. If you think about it, you're like a Pokemon in Lewis Wayne's deck. And Lewis Wayne has been missing the Jon Vance Pokemon for about a year now, and so he needs it back in his deck. Okay, so now we've got you back in the deck.
Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon.
Exactly.
SJJ, can I interest you in a virgin wife?
Sure, as long as she's of age.
You gotta do everything I tell you to do, though.
Go on. Yeah. What?
You promise you'll do everything I tell you to do?
No, I don't.
Well, then you can't have a virgin wife then. I'm sorry. You are the winkest link. Goodbye.
Okay. I'll settle for one that's been pumped and dumped. Okay.
Going once?
Such is my
going
lot
twice? In life. Okay. Maybe I'll let you think about it.
Yeah. Jon is a very rare Pokemon and does indeed need to be cherished, says Controlled Opposition. Whilst you're here, Conops, you need to message me. Come on, SJJMAS, we'll talk to you. You're a Pokemon in my Rolodex. So SJJMAS is open for business this year, and I need to get all the characters on. Certainly, if you've been on my show before. Was the
one that started the rumors that I was an Islamic terrorist, by the way.
Well, I think there was plenty of justification for that at the time. You were a bit unhinged at the time, weren't you? You were going through your radicalized phase, and we can all. I was part of a
nationalist group.
We've identified who was to blame.
I was going to nationalize Canada before Trump tried to annex it, but now he's going to do it. You know, like I was part of the Nationalist Party. I was a member. I was a card-carrying member. My name was out there. People hate me.
What's that party doing now? Is that party, John? Is that like a Wignat party or what?
Oh yeah, the leader right now. He's circling in it. He's got a trial coming up. I think this month. So I pray for Travis Patron that he. I hope for Christmas that he gets acquitted for his charge of impersonating a police officer. I pray but I don't know. He's probably going to get convicted.
Is he guilty?
He's circling in and out of jail. So yeah, I guess he's a Wignat, I guess. So.
Right. Are they a fringe party?
Well, we're not even like registered anymore. Like we were registered, and then some Fed like co-opted it and like tried to like say like we're like pro tranny or whatever, or like pro Israel or something like that. And, yeah, there's some CSIS Fed boomer co-opted our party. Yeah.
Right. Well,
you gotta watch out for those people.
I can't imagine where he got the pro tranny stuff from.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of is. No, that was from Boomer. I don't know. That was him. That was his own doing. I didn't say anything. I just liked him. Like I had like so many like disagreements with him, and just like he's just so disingenuous and like I don't know. Gus Stefanis, if you're out there,
what is the immigration
I will not forgive you what you have done. I do not forget. Gus Stefanis.
What is the immigration problem like in your area of Canada? Obviously, you don't have to tell us where you are, but is it as bad as what people think in Canada right now? Is it full of Indians?
Oh, like our population went up like 10 million by, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years.
Is it overrun with Indians?
Yeah, they don't know how to drive truck. They don't know like how to clean their trucks. They take a crap in their trucks. And no one wants to work on their trucks because they're so dirty and messy. Like the memes are real. Like I see them every day. And they're just like dirty, or they don't know how to do customer service, or they're very pushy as well too. Yeah, like I don't know. My family member who's not with me anymore. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he was even saying like there's like Toronto's like 10% white now. Like it's not white anymore. It's just a whole bunch of And this would be the same person who was spouting all this liberal nonsense of don't be racist, be accepting, be tolerant. And then in his dying breath, he's like, yeah, there's a bunch of East Indians, like Canada's not white anymore. I'm like, I've been fucking saying this shit for like several years now. Okay, and then like, yeah, you know what? Like people say, like you tell the truth, people get offended, they call you names, or they bastardize your character or whatever, right? But they know in your heart of hearts you're telling the truth. And all I could leave with this Christmas message as we reach upon the hour mark is live your truth. Do not be afraid to speak your truth, no matter who you offend, no matter what race, creed, color, whatever. Speak your truth, and you'll live a fulfilled life.
Powerful, John. Powerful stuff. Before we go, everybody on SJJMAS is singing a Christmas carol for us.
Okay.
Have you got a song that you could sing for us before you go? Albion in Exile is requesting it here. What song is he going to sing? Do you know any Christmas
Is there any
carols?
suggestions in the chat, or do I just pick one?
You could pick one.
Okay, I could pick one.
Yeah.
Any Christmas song?
Any Christmas song that you like, yeah.
Okay, I'll keep it wholesome, and everyone, I'll wrap it up here. All right. Okay. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good tidings we bring to you and
do I have to
your
sing the whole
kin.
song? Okay.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming, John. It's been real.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll talk to you again sometime in the new year. Bye, John. Have a good Christmas.
Merry Christmas.